कितने बजे तक? 10:30 ये बीच में क्यों रखते हैं मोटिवेशन से? या तो पहले रखो तो एंड में रखो। अरे वो बच्चे बोल रहे हैं चैट बॉक्स में कि क्लास स्टार्ट कर दो, वो बोलते हैं वो बोर हो जाता है अगर बीच में ही रख रहे हैं तो उस हमारा भी तो मोमेंटम से खराब हो रहा है ना। तो ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ेंगे 15 मिनट। हाँ ठीक है, हाँ वो दिक्कत नहीं है, बीच में मोटिवेशन सेशन रख रहे हैं। So hi, good morning students. I hope you guys are doing great. Am I audible? Yes, am I audible to you? Sangavi, good morning. Good morning all of you. Why we have only like 7 students? Where are rest of the students? Deepika, Lugasri, Sangavi, Varsha, Yoga, Indumathi. Good morning all of you. So why haven't the rest of the students joined yet? Yes, good morning to all of you. I'll be starting my today's class, that is gravitation. Okay. We will be starting the chapter gravitation today, and we know that it has a good weightage when we talk about NEET. Okay, I want more students to join. Good morning all of you. So far we have only here 9 students. Okay. Hey, where are the rest of the students? Good morning. Where are the rest of the students? Do you ask your friends? Yes. So students are joining. So this is our question number 1. Please look at the question and start solving this question. The question number 1 says that the amount of work done to raise a mass of m from the surface of earth to a height equal to radius of earth will be. So what we are doing here, we are raising a mass m, okay, from the surface of earth to a height h, where h equals to r. So you are told to calculate the amount of work done. Can you do this question? Can you solve this question? Anyone? Take 30 seconds and start solving this question. Fast. Take 30 seconds and start solving this question. All of you. Deepika, Loga, Sri, Saksham, Sangavi, Shani, Varsha, Yoga, Badri and Indumati. Start solving this question. Take your pen, take your pencil or copy and start solving the question. D is the one of the options that we are getting, that it should be mgr by 2. Anyone else? Yes. Anyone else? Hey, it's as simple as that. You are asked to find the amount of work done, so you have to find actually the change in potential energy. Indumathi D, Sangavi D. Okay, great. Anyone else? So D is the major option that we are getting. Okay. Anyone else is there who can answer this question? Should I go to solution part or wait for 30 seconds? Logasri D. So 4 students have answered this question and 4 are answering, sir, it should be D. What about rest of the students? Are you guys trying? Are you guys trying? D, Saksham Pandey. Okay, great. Anyone more? Okay, we'll be now looking at the solution of this question. Okay, let's look at the solution of this question. Look, we were asked to find the amount of work done, okay, to raise a mass from the surface of Earth to a height equal to radius of Earth. It means that from the surface it has been raised to a height where height equals to radius of Earth. Okay, so we have to find the amount of work done. So it is D. D is the correct answer. Those who have answered D, they are correct. Those who haven't answered this question, please, there was no other option, yeah, but those who haven't answered this question, please look at the solution now. Look at here. We want to find the work done. It will be change in potential energy. Final potential energy minus initial potential energy. When the mass m was at a height of h, okay, its potential energy is minus gmm by r plus h. But since our h is equal to height, okay, our height is equal to radius of Earth, so it will be minus g capital M small m divided by r plus r. Okay, then initial potential energy, this minus sign, and then initial potential energy on the surface of Earth. What is that? Minus g capital M small m divided by r. Okay, so this r and r will be twice r, and this is minus minus will be plus. Then now you are subtracting half of gmm by r from 1 times gmm by r, so it will be half of gmm by r. Now we have to write this in terms of acceleration due to gravity g. Okay, we found it in terms of universal constant and mass of Earth, but we are asked to find the answer in terms of g because the options are in terms of g, acceleration due to gravity. So I will multiply it by r and divide it by r. So gm divided by r square will be equals to g, and it will be m times r by 2. So it will be mgr by 2. This is the answer, and this is the procedure of solving this question. Is there anyone who hasn't got the solution? Please let me know. Any confusion regarding this? Let me know. Yes. Anyone? Indumati, Badri, Yoga, Lakshmi, Varsha, Sangavi, Saksham, Raja, Logasri, Kirthika, Deepika, Binas. All of you, please let me know whether you have you done or not. Hey, why aren't you responding? Have you done it? Should I move to next question? Okay, this is our next question. Please do this question. The radius of Martian orbit around the Sun is about 4 times the radius of orbit of Mercury. The Martian year is 687 days. Then which of the following is the length of 1 year on Mercury? Okay. The radius of Martian orbit when there is a mass and it's orbiting, okay, around the sun, it's 4 times the radius of orbit of Mercury. The Martian year is 687 days. So the Mars takes complete 670 days, 687 days to complete the rotation about the sun. Okay. Then which of the following is the year of 1 year on Mercury? What is the value of following length of 1 year on Mercury? So these are the options: 172, 124, 88 and 225. I think C. Okay. 88 days. Anyone else? Can we use Kepler's law here? Kepler's law of planetary motion. Time period of revolution is directly proportional to r raised power 3 by 2. Can you use that? Option C. Okay, 88 days. Anyone else? Hey, why are the rest of the students answering? Abhinash P, Deepika, Kirthika, Logasri, Raja, Saksham, Sangavi, Varsha. All of you should answer it. It's a very easy question. You can directly apply Kepler's law of planetary motion laws. Okay, Kepler's laws. And what is one of the law? That time period square is directly proportional to the orbital radius cube. So one time period is given. Second, you have to find, and it's told that the radius of Martian orbit around the sun is 4 times. So you can use that. Option C. Okay, anyone else? Is there anyone else who can answer this question, please? Sangavi, Logasri, Varsha and Indumathi and Badri. Only these guys have answered it. What are rest of the students doing? Do it fast. Abhinas, Deepika, Kirthika, Logasri, Raja, Saksham, Varsha, C. Okay. Saksham, Raja, Raghu. All of you, please answer this question. It's an easy question. I told you that we have to use that time period square is directly proportional to radius cube. Done. Everything is given. Look, T1 is given. Okay. And R1 is, let's say, the Martian year is this. Okay. It is T1. And the radius of Martian is 4 times the radius of Mercury. So which are the following is the 1 year on the Mercury. You have to find it. Let's look at the solution. It's 88 days. Those who have answered C is the correct answer. Then now how we are going to calculate? As I said that we will be using first the Kepler's law of planetary motion. It says time period square is directly proportional to r cube. Now it was told that the Mars orbit have a radius of 4 times the radius of Mercury's orbit. So I will write r dash equals to 4 times r. What next? The Martian year T dash is 687 days. It was also told. First apply Kepler's laws. We get that this T dash, that is the time period or will for the Mercury orbit, it will be 64 days. Okay, square. Now T dash by T will be 8 days. This means that Mars takes 8 times longer to orbit the sun compared to Mercury. Therefore, the length of 1 year on the Mercury will be, what will be the length of 1 year? It will be 687 divided by 8. So it will be 85.88. This approximately equals to 86 days. Is it clear to all of you? Have you got it? Hey, yes or no? I told you at the beginning of discussion that we have to first use the Kepler's laws, and that was time period square is directly proportional to orbital radius cube. Is there anyone who hasn't got the solution and still is confused about the solution? Please let me know. Indumathi, Badri, Yoga, Varsha, Shaini, Sangavi, Saksham, Raja, Raghu, Rimlatha, Logasri, Kirthika, Janani, Deepika and Abhinaspi. All of you, please tell me whether you have completed the solution or not, or is there any problem in the solution. Please let me know in the chat box. Hey, all of you, let me know in the chat box that whether you have done this question or not. Okay, shall I move to the next question now? This is the next question. Please do it. It was asked in NEET 2025. One of the easiest questions again. It says that a body weighs 48 Newton on the surface of Earth. Okay, if we take a measure of weight of some body, its weight is 48 Newton on the surface of Earth. But the gravitational force experienced by the body due to the earth at a height equal to 1/3 of the radius of earth from the surface is. So you are asked to find the gravitational force experienced by this body due to earth at a height equal to 1/3 of the radius of earth from the surface is. Okay, it's as easy as that. It's again, read the question. It's saying that the weight on the surface is 48 Newton, but you are asked to find the gravitational force experienced by a body due to earth at a height equal to 1/3 the radius of earth from the surface. You know that how we are going to calculate the acceleration due to gravity. G equals to g m by r plus r whole square, r plus h whole square. Okay, put h equals to r by 3, 1/3 of the radius of earth. Put equals to r by 3, then you find the acceleration due to gravity at height. Once you find the acceleration due to gravity, then you can multiply it by m and you will find m times g, that is the gravitational force. Okay, yes, is it clear to you? Can you do this question please? Saksham Pandey is getting answer C, 27 Newton. Anyone else? Anyone else? Is there anyone else who is going to solve this question? Only one of the student is answering, sir, answer D. What about rest of the students? Okay, D option I am getting again. Indumati, Badri, Yoga Lakshmi, Varsha, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham, Raja, Raghu, Logasri, Kirthika, Jarani, Deepika, Avinash, P. All of you. D. Only 3 students are answering out of 17. What has happened to you guys? Okay, Shani, D. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else who can answer this question? Yes. Hey, how is your preparation going? How is your preparation going, guys, for the NEET exams? Are you preparing for the NEET, or is there any other exam you are preparing currently? How is your preparation going? That's what I am asking. Can anybody answer this? Vinas. Hey, please, all of you, find the answer for it. Why I'm only getting 4 answers out of 17 students? Guru Priya hasn't answered, Indumati hasn't answered, Badri hasn't answered yet, Yoga hasn't answered, Varsha hasn't answered, Shani has answered, Sangavi has answered, Saksham has answered, Raja hasn't answered, Raghu hasn't answered, Premlatha, Lugasri, they have not answered, Kirtika have not answered, Guru Priya have not answered, Deepika have not answered, and Abinas have not answered. All of you please answer this question. Okay, no idea. I will give you again some idea. Look at here. It was telling that a body of weight 48 Newton on the surface. Let's say the acceleration due to gravity on the surface is G. So the weight will be m times G. Now the gravitational force experienced by this body due to earth at a height, at some height. So at some height we have to find the acceleration due to gravity. When you find the acceleration due to gravity, if you want to find the force, it will be m times that acceleration due to gravity, m times G. We will be looking at the solution. The answer is D, that is 27 Newton. And how we solve this question, let's look at here. Look, we know that the weight on the surface will be mg, where g equals to gm by r square. And at height h, we can find the acceleration due to gravity, gh equals to gm by r plus h whole square. Now it was told that to find the weight at height h, the gravitational force. Now we will be finding the weight at height h divided by weight on the surface. So when you divide the two, m and m will cancel out, because in weight it is m times gh and weight on the surface will be m times g. M will cancel out, it will be gh by g. Now gh divided by gh is gm by r plus h whole square divided by gm divided by r square. Gm will cancel out, r square will run to numerator, it will be r square divided by r plus h whole square. Now we are told, we are asked to find the gravitational force at height r by 3. It was told in the question. So h will be equal to r by 3. Substituting h into this equation, we will get that W, weight at height h, divided by weight on the surface, will be equal to 9 by 16. So we can say that weight at height h equals to 9 by 16 times weight on the surface. But in the question, weight on the surface was given, that's 48 Newton. I'll be putting 48 Newton here and finding the answer. It will be weight at height h, where h equals to r by 3 will be equals to 27 Newton. Gravitational force it is. Is there anyone else who have no idea so far? Hey, have you understood the solution? It was easy question, by the way. Have you understood the solution or not? Indumathi, Badri, Yoga, Lakshmi, Varsha, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham, Raja, Raghu, Prem, Latha, Luga, Sri, Kirtika. Have you answered it? Great. Very great. Very great. Okay, let's move to this question now. Can you guys tell me the answer of this question? Yes. Okay, let's do some this question. This have both properties. This is NEET 2024. This one question for you guys. It says that the minimum energy required to launch a satellite of mass m from the surface of Earth of mass m and radius in a circular orbit at an altitude of twice r from the surface of Earth is. So its altitude is twice r. It means it's at a height of twice r from the surface of Earth. From the center, it will be at a distance of thrice r. Do you understand? Yes or no? Are you guys trying? Deepika, Kirtika, Lugasri, Premlatha. Are you guys trying? Saksham, Shani, Sannavi. Okay, keep trying, keep trying. Give me the answer of this question. I'll explain the question again. It says that the minimum energy required to launch a satellite of mass m from the surface. So somehow you have to find the energy on the surface. Okay. Minimum energy required to launch. And then you have to find the energy at a circular orbit which is at a height of or altitude of twice r. Then subtract the two, that much energy we need. A 5 by 6 g small m by r. Okay, Badri A. Anyone else? Indumathi is getting A. Anyone else? Anyone else there who can solve this question? Sangavi is getting A. Okay, great. Saksham is getting A. Yoga Lakshmi is getting A. Yes. Anyone else? Shani has got answered A. I think then A should be the correct answer if all the students are majorly answering it. Yes. Okay, let's move to the solution part of this question. Get here. So, answer A is the correct answer. Okay. Now we'll be looking at the solution. It was as easy as that. It was told that the minimum energy required to launch a satellite of mass m from the surface of Earth of mass capital M and radius r in a circular orbit whose altitude is twice r from the surface. So the answer was A. We will apply conservation of energy. We will apply conservation of energy. So what is the conservation of energy? It says that in total initial energy will be equal to total final energy. So initial energy will be potential energy and initial kinetic energy will be Ki. So initial kinetic energy plus initial potential energy. It will give us final potential energy and plus final kinetic energy. Is it clear? Now we are going to put the values. Initially the satellite was on the surface of the Earth. Okay, so we can say its potential energy was minus g capital M small m divided by r. And let's say it was thrown with an velocity of v, so its kinetic energy will be half of mv square and that will be Ki. We haven't put the values. Will be equals to minus g capital M small m divided by thrice r. Obviously this will be the potential energy at in an orbit, okay, which is at a height of twice r, but from the center including the radius, it will become at a height of thrice r plus half of mv square. Is it clear? Now we are going to put minus g capital M small m divided by r plus this kinetic energy initial will be equals to minus g capital M small m divided by thrice r plus half of m v will be equal to gm by 3 r. So we can find the kinetic energy equals to initial kinetic energy equals to minus 1 by 6 g capital M small m by r plus gm by m by r. So when you solve these two, we will get 5 by 6 g capital M small m divided by r. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, have you got the solution or not? The major option I was getting from the students was A. So yes, A is the correct answer. Okay. Let's move to next question now. Let's move to next question. So this is our next question. The escape velocity for Earth is v. What is escape velocity? Velocity given to a projectile to make it escape the gravitational pull of Earth. A planet having 9 times mass that of Earth and radius 16 times that of Earth has the escape velocity of. Yes. Tell me the escape velocity. Anybody? Anyone? Hey, what you have to do is write the escape velocity formula. Okay. And escape velocity for Earth formula. Then what you have to do is now write a escape velocity on any other planet where you have to put mass equals to 9 times mass of Earth and radius equals to 16 times the radius of Earth. Okay. Take these 16 and 9 common. The remaining part will be only the escape velocity of Earth v, and write it in terms of that. Okay. Okay, C is the answer that I am getting. It's 3v by 4. Anybody else? Saksham. 3v by 4. Yes. Is there anyone else who can solve this question? Anyone else? C. Varsha C. Hey, all of you, what are rest of the students doing? Please. All of you, please solve this question and find the answer. Abhinas, Deepika, Janani, Kirthika, Logasri, Premlatha, Raghu M, Saksham, Sangavi, Shaini, Varsha, Yoga, Badri, Indumati. All of you. Yeah, Indumati is saying it's 3v by 4, okay. Sangavi is saying it's option C, that's also 3v by 4. Logasri is on option C. Okay, Janani is on C, Varsha is C. Okay, great. So now let's look at the solution of this question. Let's look at the solution of this question. When you find the answer, it is 3c by 3v by 4. Okay, C is the correct answer. Now those who haven't tried this question, please try it and I'll be showing you the solution. Okay, this is the solution. When you find the escape velocity of a particle, it is square root of 2i g capital M divided by r, where m is the mass and r is the radius. So if we look at the core, the escape velocity is directly proportional to square root of mass divided by radius. Okay, now in the question it was told that a planet having 9 times mass and radius 16 times. So on that planet, okay, mass will be 9 times and radius will be 16 times. When you solve it, you will get escape velocity on that planet divided by escape velocity on Earth will be 3 by 4. So it was escape velocity on planet will be equals to 3 by 4 times the escape velocity on the Earth. Is it clear? So I think there will be a motivation session. I think there will be a motivation session for you guys for maybe 10-15 minutes. Please cooperate, okay, and listen carefully. I'll be coming back in the 15 minutes with some more questions and with some more PYQs on physics. Okay, so please cooperate. Thank you so much.
wait for a while. We are ठीक है सर मैं जरा है ना क्या बोल देता हूँ हेलो रुद्राशीष I'm audible. Hello Rudrashish, wait for a while. We are doing a setting and I will let you know that when you have to start the lecture. Wait for 2-3 minutes. Okay. तो वो टाइम लगेगा क्या आने में? नहीं वो आ गए हैं आप हो गया सब हाँ ओके करवा दो हाँ बोल दो हाँ बोल दो उन्होंने स्क्रीन शेयर कर दी स्क्रीन शेयर कर दी एक मिनट ठीक करवा दीजिए हेलो रुद्राशीष ठीक हेलो रुद्राशीष प्लीज शेयर योर स्क्रीन एंड यू कैन स्टार्ट योर lecture.
The screen is visible, right? All right. Check one thing quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Visible, right? Yeah. The angle might be a bit weird, guys. I hope it's with that. Yeah. Actually, I'm in college right now, though there might be slight difficulties. Fine. I'm audible, right? Yeah. So, very good morning to every student out there. I know it's a stressful period for all of you because just after giving an exam, there were some irregularities. You guys came to know that you have to give the exam once again. I know it's a difficult time, it's a difficult phase. I myself gave NEET in 2022 and I cracked NEET with an AR of 262 and I'm currently final year MBBS student at AIIMS Bhubaneswar. So yeah, I've been guiding students for a long while now, and this is a very new thing that I've seen. I haven't seen an exam getting cancelled for very long. An exam in which 26 lakh students are sitting, an exam of that scale getting cancelled is definitely very stressful. But you guys should always remember one thing: ki even if the exam is getting done once again, that means that it is for everyone, right? You can think it that way. Ki everyone has to give the exam once again. So those who have prepared well, prepared hard for their exam, I don't think it'll be much of a problem for them to uh, manage that because personally I feel that the re-NEET paper it will be meant only for those students who have worked hard throughout the year, right? They won't give another chance for irregularities. They'll conduct the exam very pretty fairly, I would say, and they would try to make sure that this time all the deserving candidates get their seats. You should always see things in this aspect that last time the whatever irregularity happened in on whatever scale it happened, it actually took away the seats of many deserving candidates, right? So even if 100 people came in through all these fraudulent methods, that means that you are actually taking away 100 people ka medical seats, right? So that is something I think um, a lot of people were deprived of their seats, and I think that's why they chose to go the hard way. But for you guys, what you need to know is that you need to prepare all the things once again. Give your best. You've got another chance. Maybe this time you can improve your marks, improve your rank, and give your best shot at getting a seat. Yeah. So SATHEE has been providing a very good academic training. I was seeing the few MCQs that have been solved by sir, and he was doing it in a very good way, and my students are also interacting well. So, guys, please continue studying properly. Okay, that is very important at this point. But yeah, there are some problems that no one talks about. That's why they have kept such a motivational session. It will be very short. Okay, and I'll be catering to all of your queries. You can put whatever queries you have in the chat box. Once I complete the session, very few, like 8 slides are there. I try to keep it concise. Just listen to what I'm saying, and once I'm done with all these things, I'll answer all your queries one by one. Okay, fine. Yeah. So the cancellation, of course, it's a huge thing. So if you see in that way as a like for the cancellation thing, It's more about the fact that people who actually deserve to get a medical seat, they are actually getting that. The main problem is that you shouldn't let anyone who doesn't deserve to get a seat enter the system, right? Because it's a noble profession. At least that's what people think when they come here. You have to work very hard here after coming also. That's a separate thing. But you should always know that people who don't deserve to be in this profession should not come here. Okay, and that's the reason I guess they kept the NEET exam so that only the people who deserve to come in this stream come here. You should always know that even if there are 26 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh people sitting for this exam, okay, my time it was 70 lakh. I think this year 26 lakh registered, 23 lakh came for the exam, something like that. You always remember that the top brass is your competition. Your competition is always to be in the top 15 to 20,000. I think for state colleges, 15 to 20,000, 25,000 is a decent rank. And that competition is the first 50,000 students. Okay. So even if there's renewed or something, always remember that your competition will always be the top 50,000 students. Okay, you are competing with those students only for the few seats. The rest of them, they don't study, they don't know. Some of them don't even know what NEET exam is, what is the pattern. Just give the exam for the sake of giving it. Okay, there are merely I would say 50 to 60,000 students who would actually sit for the exam very well prepared, and they are the ones who are your actual competition. So if you know that, and your first aim should be to get into the 50,000. Okay, so prepare yourself very, very well for this exam. Okay, like this exam, I feel might be theoretically a bit tough. Okay, because whenever cancellations happen, they make papers tough. Okay, so because easy papers, no, it's very like even if something another thing problem happens in the re-NEET, if the paper is very easy, it can be solved easily. Okay, like easily they can solve it. Such chance against like whatever happened last time. I'm not sure about that though, but that's why I think the NEET paper might be a bit difficult. So you might not be able to answer questions that easily. You have to struggle a bit, but that is good because the competition would largely reduce in that case. Okay, like even if you get a low score, that will ensure you a medical seat. Okay, NEET 2024, what happened is that the paper was so easy. Everyone easily came in. Like it's 720, I think some 4 or 5 people got. That sort of papers are not good. Okay, because even if you get 650, 660, you're not getting a good college. Earlier, 650, 660 used to ensure us an AIIMS. Now it doesn't. This time, I think 2025 paper was a bit difficult, so cutoffs were very low. So people came in got AIIMS and all that, a bit low ranks also. Yeah, so that all things are there. So you should prepare yourself for that. Okay. Now there are some cons also that every student, like every one of you, know that. I think you know this much better than me. That you have to read everything. I think there are some 90 chapters or something combined in physics, chemistry, and bio. They reduced a few, I guess, but still it's a huge number, right? So like you have to read everything once again. But see, I think it will be worth it. Okay, because the re-NEET will filter out all those fraudulent people, and so that the real deserving candidates who have worked hard, they will get a chance once again. They'll get their chance at a medical seat, right? So I think it'll be worth it. Just a few. I think it's the re-NEET exam is in the month of June, right? 21st June, if I'm not wrong. So once the exam is done, it's fine. Just study for a few more days, a few more weeks, and then you'll have a better, fun life. See, in MBBS also you have to read a lot. Yeah, I'm saying as a final MBBS student, I can say one thing that you have to read a lot. Okay, I was reading in the library prior to taking the session, so you have to read a lot. But yeah, at the end of the day, you'll be in a particular direction. You know which train you are in. So yeah, that's a better feeling, good feeling. Yeah, another thing is that the NT has to conduct the exam once again, which again is a big headache for them. And like the fact that they are confident that they can do this very well, it's good. Okay, next year they'll be moving to CVT and all that, so they're saying many multiple shifts on CVT. So next year I think things will be better. But yeah, for this year, you guys should know that from your side, the only thing you can do is prepare everything well. The rest everything will leave on NTA. Let them do. It's their job. But your job is to study. You have to understand that. The better your job is to study. Your job is to prepare. Your job is to make sure that you can solve maximum questions out there with ease. That's important. That's what is important. With ease. Okay, you're getting motivated. Actually, this is actually good. I know all of you got a small break and stuff after the previous NEET exam. Thought everything is over. We can take finally rest a bit and all. But all these things. But again, you have to read. But yeah, that's for everyone. Remember this. It's not like you guys took the break and rest. Some people didn't. They kept studying. Everyone took a break. It's a very common thing. Everyone. Okay. So yeah, like the day after my NEET exam ended, I watched some 4 films. In that week alone, I watched 20 films. I guess like that. So yeah, this is one thing that you should know. Fine. Okay. Let's move ahead. See, stress management. Stress is something that is going to accompany you for life, and you need to know that NEET is not the biggest exam of your life. Okay, you're going to give much, much, much bigger exams in the future. Okay, the exam that we give in MBBS, like huge exams. Okay, so NEET is just like another exam, like the exams you used to give in school, like the exams you are going to give in your future college. All these things, it's just another exam. So treat it like that. Okay, don't take too much stress. NEET is everything. NEET is this. NEET is that. Don't give that much importance to an exam, um, which is not worth giving that much attention. Okay, so yeah. See, from your side, you should always remember this. Key, what can you do as a student? From your side, you can only and only read, read. There's nothing that else that you can do. What can you do? Can you stop the practices from happening? Can you stop NTA from not NTA, stop the fraudulent people from doing whatever they were doing in the previous exam? You can't do that. From your side, the only thing that you can do is just study. And you have to do it a bit harder this time. Papers will be difficult. That is what I am expecting. I don't know. If teachers are preparing very well for that. Okay. So this is something you need to know. Uh, just keep reading well. Okay, this is an exam in which a lot of candidates sit. However, very few of them are actually well prepared. Okay, so just read from your side. Just read well. You are getting all of the resources. You're getting everything you need for cracking this exam. So give your best. Rest leave it with God. Okay, you should give your best. That's important. Okay, just like I said, out of 26 lakh students, always remember that I think merely I would say 50,000 to 60,000 students are actually well prepared and are actually in the competition for getting a medical seat. Okay, not even 1 lakh. I'm very confident about that. Okay, so don't worry. Keep revising. Okay, that is important. Now, what is the revision strategy? What is something that you should know how to do? Now, see, first three things. Three things I would say. First is figure out the topics. There are three sort of topics I would say that you should emphasize on more at this moment. One of them is figure out the topics that you don't remember well after the first exam. Like for me, I would say inorganic chemistry was one such topic. The day after I gave the exam, I forgot. Like I had another scholarship exam some 2 weeks later. Okay, I forgot inorganic. I read only inorganic for the exam. I remember. I had one scholarship exam. I had two, 3 exams I had after NEET. So I remember well, but I could not like at all recall inorganic chemistry. So for you, someone it might be organic. For someone it might be physical chemistry. So first you figure out what is that topic. Okay. Then you check your previous NEET paper. All of you, I guess, had the paper with you. We didn't tear it up or something like some logs I saw. So see what topics you're getting wrong. See the topics. Like, yeah, fine. I got in my NEET paper, I got this question wrong. Why did I get it wrong? What was happening in your mind at that time? Like, what went wrong in your mind? Did I do the formula wrong? Did I do the process wrong? Did I not know this question at all? Figure that out. Then solve those questions more and more. So that if similar questions appear in the next NEET, you will be able to crack it properly. And then is a volatile topics, day-to-day topics. Like for me, inorganic chemistry is very volatile. For you, someone it might be physical, so someone it might be bio, for someone it might be physics. So just figure out the volatile topics. So three things. Okay. Things you can't remember well after first exam, things you got wrong in the first exam, and things you cannot remember at any time, like very volatile topics. Okay. Just remember this very well. Okay. Yeah, so it was a short session from my side. My goal was at this time is to just give a small break from your studies. I know all of you are working very hard for your exam, all of you are giving your best. So yeah, I feel that for you it's very important key you should know a direction. You are getting the direction very well from your teachers. They're teaching very well, excellently. But yeah, that mental state of mind for a re-exam should be there. Okay, for every. I mean, see, everyone is giving that exam once again. It's not like selective bunch of people are forced to give that exam once again. Everyone is giving that exam once again. Okay, so remember it like that. Okay? Just like I am studying once again, there are 50 other people, there are 100 other people who are feeling the same at this point of time. Okay, so you should always prepare yourself like that. Okay. So yeah, any questions you guys have, you can always put it in the chat box. Okay. I'll stop sharing the screen. So whatever questions you have, please put it in the chat box. All the students who are in the session. Okay. I try to keep it very brief and simple, and because I know you guys are getting stressed by studying this much, so I try to keep it very simple. I don't want to complicate things for you guys. But yeah, it's very important you guys work hard, you guys read everything well. Okay, so any questions you guys can ask. Do you guys understand what I say? They just respond in the chat box. I think that will be fine. You guys can respond. Are you guys understanding everything properly? Yeah. I think only one person responded. Others, please respond. I'd really appreciate if you guys at least put something in the chat box so they understood. Whether you guys have any queries. See, if you guys have any queries, feel free to ask that. Okay, whatever queries. Yeah, fine, fine. I'm good. It feels good to hear that you guys understand this stuff. See, now we have a small, we have a few time, some time left for any question and answers for any Q&A. So you can ask any questions that you might be having. I'd be very happy to answer them. So please ask any question. Just be free, chill for take a small break. This is like your search it. A small break type thing, okay? So that is to calm your mind, just to guide yourself into all these things. Yeah. So please, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Okay. Any questions you guys are having, please ask. No one? See, only give your best. Okay, just keep reading, keep revising, keep solving questions, keep giving mock tests. That's the only thing that you can do at this point. Okay, mock tests become more important at this point because this time I think you're getting 15 minutes extra also. That is good. But your target should be always, you should always give mock test in the 3 hour period only. Okay, don't expand the 15 minutes. You need to do 15 minutes extra. That is good. Leave that. Okay, you don't know. They might bring up some new checking mechanism this time. They might ask you to sign 5 times, 10 times or something else they will do. So you don't know what will take time. So you should always practice keeping the 3 hour in mind. Okay. However, your practice should always be like that. Now, the thing is, you should be doing mock tests from various places actually. Various go to Telegram, or you guys, if you have any test series with you guys, it's good. If you don't have that, if you're out of question papers or something, go to Telegram, search for question papers. You will easily get that. Okay, it's that simple as that. So just try to source more and more papers so that you guys can at least have that experience, have that understanding. And if you guys, you can also source papers from various other coachings also to get an idea of, are we able to solve the questions that they are solving? Are we able to really do the questions that the students are doing? Yeah, like I should do like that. I used to source question papers of various places, X, Y, Z coachings, and all, just to get an idea. My understanding stuff. So yeah, this is um, what I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, it's just like a small break from the hectic schedule that you guys have going through. So yeah, any questions? Please ask. Any questions, anyone? Anything you can ask. Don't be shy. See, this is an opportunity to ask. Don't be shy. If you're shy, you are the one who lose. Like, I have nothing to lose. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please ask. Like, I'll be very happy to answer your questions. I'll be very happy to answer your queries. That's the reason why SATHEE keeps sessions like these, so that you guys can have your queries cleared. If you have any questions, please ask. Don't be shy. This is not the time to be shy. Okay. Anything? Any questions, guys? Anything? Fine. If it is no, if there are no questions, then we'll proceed with terminating the session. I am posting the Department of Dermatology, so I'll have to again run to the department. It was great interacting with you guys. Okay, keep studying. All the best for your exam. Okay, I hope to see you guys as first year MBBS students very soon. Give your best. Work hard. Okay, just, give it all this time. Okay, let's give your best. Fine. That's all from my side. Best of luck for your exam, guys.
तुम अपनी वो
कर रहा है ना, यही होता है।
अरे इसको ना बंद कर दो, डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो को ना इसको म्यूट कर दो बस। यही है ना, कर लो शेयर।
कर लो भाई, तुम कर लो। So hi, welcome back. Okay, am I audible to all of you? Yes, am I audible? Okay, great. So, shall we start again? Hey, shall we start again? Okay, now tell me, how was your motivation session? Like, have you got something good from it? Yes? Anyone? Anyone here who can tell me whether this was a good motivation? How was the motivation session? Yes? 15. Okay, solve this question. Very great. Solve this question, please. So the question says that an object of mass 100 kg falls from point A to point B as shown in the figure. The change in its weight corrected to the nearest integer is. What will be the change in its weight? Every one of you, please solve this question. Indumati, Badri, Yoga, Lakshmi, Varsha, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham, Premlatha, Yugasri, Kritika. Every one of you, please. Guru Priya, Gomathi, Deepika. Solve this question. It's an easy question. I will read the question again. An object of mass 100 kgs falls from point A to point B as shown in the figure. This point is A and this point is B. The change in its weight corrected to the nearest integer is, we have to find the change in its weight. So I will give you a hint for you guys. Look, weight equals to mass times acceleration due to gravity. Is it clear to all of you? If weight equals to mass times acceleration, if weight equals to mass times acceleration of the gravity, then if we have to find the change in its weight. So we easily have to find the acceleration due to gravity at the height, this height at point A, acceleration due to gravity at point B, okay, and then easily you can find what? The change in weight. Yes. What will be the acceleration due to gravity there? At a distance of twice RE from the ground. Okay. Then find the acceleration due to gravity 2RE minus R by 2. That will be given this much distance. Because we are calculating everything from the ground. Remember it. So calculate these things and find the answer. It's a very easy question. You can do it. Have you got the question? Indumati, Badri, Yoga, Lakshmi, Varsha, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham, Premlatha, every one of you. Loga, Sri, Kritika, Inbarsi, Guru Priya, Gomathi, Deepika, all of you. Have you got the question? Hey, there is a, please enter rate your physics teacher based on today's lecture. There is a rating scale given. Please rate accordingly. It's given, okay? Now tell me the solution of this question fast. Yes. Is there anyone who can answer this question? Anybody? Hey, are you guys trying? Yes or no? Why isn't anybody answering? I think D. Varsha is saying I think D is the correct answer. Anybody else? Anyone else? Yes. C by Badri. Okay, great. Anyone else? Shani C. Okay, great. Sangavi C. Anyone else? Yes. Only 7 out of 18 have reacted to the poll. All of the students, please react to the poll. Okay. Guru Priya is getting answer D. So we are oscillating between D and C option so far, but only 5 students have answered it. Hey, rest of the students, please answer. Deepika, have you answered this question? In bar C. I think answer C, okay. Kirthika, have you answered this question? Logasri, have you answered this question? Premlatha, Saksham Pandey, have you answered this question? No? Indumathi, I think answered C, okay. Badri has answered. Yoga Lakshmi has not answered yet. Anybody else? Where I'm getting very less number of students reacting. I'll be explaining the question again so that I can give you 30 seconds more. So C is the major option that I'm getting. Let's look at the solution of this question now. So the answer is A, 49 Newton. The answer is A. Okay. Now, how is this answer A? We know that if we want to find the weight at point H, okay, mg, it will be equals to m times g r square divided by r plus h whole square. At point A, at this point A, mg dash equals to mg r square divided by height is twice r. Okay, so I'll be putting height equals to twice r. So it will be 3r, and 3r square will be 9r square. R square cancel out. It will be mg by 9. Now at point B, at this point its height is twice r minus r by 2. As I told, the height of point B from the ground is twice r minus r by 2. So the height is 2r minus r by 2 is 3r by 2. So height is 3r by 2. When you add it to the r, okay, so it will be 5r by 2. So 5r by 2 whole square will be 25 by 4 r square. This r square will cancel out. 4 will go to numerator, 25 will be in the denominator, and mg will be the same. So change in the weight we were asked. So it will be final weight minus initial weight. Final weight is mg 4 by 25 or 4 by 25 times mg, and the initial weight at point A is mg by 9. So it will be 49 Newton. Is it clear to all of you? M is given, G is given, you can find the solution. Hey, is it clear? Have you got the solution? Have you corrected that where you have did the wrong? Please. 10 out of 18 students have reacted to the chat. All of you please react to the chat. Okay. Moving forward, this is another question. This was asked in NEET 2023. Two bodies of mass m and 9m are placed at a distance of r. The gravitational potential on the line joining the bodies where the gravitational field equals 0. So you are asked to find the gravitational potential on the line, okay, joining the two bodies where the gravitational field is 0. It's a neutral point actually. So will be. So we are asked to find the gravitational potential. Look, we are joining mass m and 9m, okay, and at a point where the gravitational field is 0, we want to find the gravitational potential. Do it. First calculate the distance of that point from mass m or 9m, okay. Then find the potential by using potential due to mass m will be minus gm by r. Let's say r is the distance, and potential due to 9m will be accordingly, okay. Please find it. Yes, all of you please try this question. Indumati, Badri, Yoga Lakshmi, Varsha, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham, Prem, Ratha, Yoga, Sri Kirtika, Inbarsi, Guru Priya, Gomathi, Deepika. All of you. B is the answer you are getting, minus 16 gm by r. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, anyone else? B is the major answer that we are getting. Okay, great. Option B is the major answer that we are getting. Anybody else? Yes. Is there anyone else? B. Okay, it's actually an easy question. Now let's look at the solution of this question. Yeah, B is the correct answer. Look at the solution. We are placing mass m at one point and 9m at the other point. Let's say at a point P where the gravitational field D is because of these two is 0. This is called as neutral point. Let this point be at a distance of r1 from m and r2 from the 9m. And the total distance between m and 9m is r. Okay, this is shown by the diagram. Now, position of neutral point means where the zero gravitational field is there. Gravitational field is 0. So r1 will be equals to square root of m1 divided by square root of m1 plus square root of m2 times r. Now square root of m divided by square root of m plus square root of 9m times r, it will be r by 4. Similarly, r2, since if r1 is r by 4, r2 will be r minus r by 4. So it will be 3r by 4. Now gravitational potential at point P you have to find. You know the distance. What the potential due to point mass? If we have a mass m at a distance of r, okay, from a point, what is the potential due to this mass? Minus gm by r. Okay, so what will be the potential due to this mass? It will be minus gm by r by 4. What will be the potential due to 9m mass? It will be minus 9 times, because mass is 9 times gm by, and its at a distance of 3r by 4. We simply add these two, simple algebra, because no vector quantity is there. Potential is a scalar quantity. Okay, so we added them simply and we found minus 16 gm by r is the correct answer. Is it clear to all of you? Hey, is it clear? Is this clear to all of you? Shall I move forward? Shall I move forward? Okay. Let's look at this question now. Okay, do this question. A satellite is orbiting just above the surface of Earth with period t. If d is the density of the Earth and g is the universal constant of gravitation, the quantity 3 pi by gd represents. It was asked in NEET 2023. Okay. Indumati, Badri, Yoga Lakshmi, Varsha, Somi, Shani, Sangavi, Saksham. All of you please answer this question. Prem, Latha, Logastri, Kirtika, Janani, Irfana, Inbarsi, Gurupriya, Gomathi, Deepika. All of you start solving this question. Hey, before moving forward, I want to ask you guys that how is your preparation going for the NEET? C is getting that square root of t, okay? Can you tell me how is your preparation going on for NEET? Yes. Anyone tell me that how is the preparation going on for NEET? Indumathi, Badri, Yoga Lakshmi, Shani, anyone? Irfana, Deepika. Preparations are good. Okay. Preparations are you ready for the exams now? 21st of June we have exams again. Okay, the NEET exams that will be conducted on 21st of June. So the point is that how was your last paper? Like how many questions did you did in physics? Are you all from KT Kupam and this Jeevanandan Girls Higher Secondary? All are from there, KT Kupam, Jeevanandan and the other one. Can you please tell me which higher secondary are you from? Like when we were having the offline classes, I was majorly I was at the Jeevananda Center. Okay, I was maybe sometimes at KT Kupam as well and Kannagi as well. So are you all from 10 question physics Jeevananda Center, sir? Okay. So you did 10 only 10 question attempted, or 10 questions were what you did and they were correct? Yes. The 10 questions you did, they were correct. Practicing more mock test paper. Lugasri, great. 8 out of 10 correct. Okay. Okay, anyone else who can tell how you did your last paper? Anyone? All of you must like have a chat in the chat box. Open your chat box and I have some conversation so that we can follow this pattern in a great way. Okay, I just want to listen. 10 questions correct, sir. Jeevanandan Center. Okay, Sangavi. Anyone else? Yes. Okay, let me go by name. Deepika, can you drop in the chat box that we sent all of you, Deepika, Gomathi, in Barsi, drop your like how many questions did you attempted in physics? Okay, on 3rd of the May. and in the NEET exams, and which center are you from? I just want to have some good calculations. Okay, every one of you, please drop. Deepika is there, Gomathi is there, Inbarsi is there, Irfana is there. Hey, doesn't matter if you haven't done good in the 23rd of this 3rd of May. It is okay. Just drop it. I just want to try that whether it was a good session or not. That's what I want. Only. All of you, please, one by one, write all of you. Indumati, Badri, Yoga Lakshmi, Varsha, Somya, Shani, Sanghavi, Saksham Pandey, Raja, Kribatmi, Prem Latha, Lugasri has written. Sanghavi has written certain questions. Okay, Lugasri has written. Practicing more mock test papers. Yes, do it more. You can actually look if you have some doubt. Otherwise, you can ask. Okay, we are always here. Irfana, how many questions have you done in the NEET exam? Can you please tell? Nobody is reacting in the chat box. It's okay. Do this question and we are concluding this session. A satellite is orbiting just above the surface of Earth with a time period of t. If d is the density of the Earth and g is the universal constant of gravitation, the quantity 3 pi by gd represents. Okay. So the answer was A. One of the students was there who answered it, sir, C, but no, it's A. Please look at the solution now. Look, we know that for a satellite just orbiting above the surface of Earth, we can use the formula for the time period of satellite in terms of Earth's density d and gravitational constant as t equals to 2 pi square root of a cube by gm. Is it clear? Now where A is a semi-major axis of orbit, okay, and m is the mass of Earth, we can express the mass of Earth m in terms of density and volume, because mass equals to density times volume. So density times what's the mass of Earth? If we take this as a hard sphere, so it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube will be the volume. So now substituting, we get t equals to 2 pi square root of 1 divided by gd into 4 by 3 pi. Look, we are asked to find 3 pi by gd value. Okay, so we are getting accordingly. Now t square can be written as 4 pi square 1 divided by gd 4 pi by 3. Simplifying, so 3 pi by gd will be equals to t square, because this pi and pi will cancel out, 3 will go to the numerator, 4 and 4 will cancel out, 3 pi by gd will be equals to t square. Thus the quantity 3 pi by gd represents time period square. So it was asked that which quantity does 3 pi by gd represent. Okay, it represents t square, time period square. Can you solve this question? Let's take it as a homework. The escape velocity of a body on the surface of Earth is this, 11.2 km per second. If the same body is projected upward with a velocity 22 km per second, the velocity of this body at an infinite distance from the center of the Earth will be. This is an easy question again. This was asked in NEET 2023 Manipur. Hey, why are you guys so silent? Are you feeling sleepy or you have just slept? Why are you so silent? Deepika, Gomathi, Inbarsi, Irfana, Kritika, are you getting bored? Somya, Varsha, are you guys understanding or not? Why aren't you reacting? Yes. Take this as a homework question. I think option D is correct. Okay, take this as a homework question. It's simple conservation of energy. Look, it is told that when we find the NEET 2026 revision class attendances, there is a form in the Google Form. Please fill the attendance form. Okay, in the question says that the escape velocity of a body on the Earth's surface is 11.2 km per second. So we know the equation for the escape velocity. Then it tells us that if the same body is projected upward with a velocity 22.4 km per second, it means that we are giving the body a velocity or a speed which is more than the escape speed. So what will happen? It will escape the gravitational pull of Earth and it will still be having some velocity left. Okay, it means if it has still have some velocity left, it means it has some energy. So the velocity of this body at the infinite distance from the center of Earth will be. So you are asked to find the velocity at the infinite distance. You will use one thing, that is conservation of energy. Okay. First you will use this energy, half of mv square times this plus potential energy on the surface will be equal to, at infinity potential energy will be 0 and velocity will be half of mv square. Find the value of that v. Okay. I hope that this session was useful to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will be checking. D is the correct answer. Yeah, D is the correct answer of this question. Please try this. This is a homework for you guys. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Hello students, welcome to the class. So today we will do the PYQs of electrochemistry and solution. Can we start the class? Can we start the class? Okay. Good morning. Good morning Badri. Good morning Sangvi. I will wait for 2 minutes, then we'll start the class quickly at 11:17. If you have any doubt regarding the previous class or if you have attempted the PYQs, then you can ask me. Good morning Varsha. Good morning Indumati. So can we start the class now? So today we will be doing PYQs of 2 chapters, electrochemistry and solutions. First of all, we'll start with electrochemistry. So please click on the attendance link and complete your attendance for today's class. Complete your attendance for today's class, then we'll start our class. All of you have completed the attendance. Give a thumbs up in the chat section if you have completed the attendance. So I want you to do attendance quickly as soon as possible so that we can start our class. All of you have completed the attendance. Varsha, Indumati, Badri, Raja, Saksham, Soumya, please. Yeah. Gomati, have you completed the attendance? Irfana, please send a thumbs up if you have completed the attendance so that we can start our class. And if anyone having any doubt from the previous class, they can send me. Is my voice clear to all of you? Is my voice clear to all of you? If anyone is having an issue, okay, Raja is telling voice is not clear. Okay, Raja, you can check your headphone or earphone which you are using. Maybe there will be some issue. Try to change the output. Let see if it is clear or not. Okay. Okay, so we shall start the class now. So today we are going to do two chapters, as I said already. Both of them are from the physical chemistry. So try to be ready with your pen and copy so that you can calculate the answer and tell it to me. I will again, like all the days, I will give you the question, you will solve it. Then I will move to the solution and the correct answer as well. So here is your first question. So this question what was asked in this year as well in 2026. The question is saying that you have to calculate the mass of the copper sulfate which will be deposited on the cathode. Now in this question you have to directly use the Faraday's first law to solve it. Very simple one. You directly use the Faraday's first law, you can solve it very easily. So for your hint, I am giving you the equation. I am giving you the equation for the Faraday's law. It is W is equals to ZIT. So this is the first equation. Okay. What is Z? So Z is chemical equivalence divided by Faraday constant. Then multiplied by I multiplied by T. Now what is E here? E is the molar mass divided by the charge or the N factor. Then again 1 by F will be carried here multiplied by I and T. So you will use this formula. So there are three equations. If Z is already given, you can use that directly. If E is given, you can use that here. But here we have the molar mass. So you will use this formula. Now try this question by yourself. So it's a calculative one. For the time being, you can use the calculator. Once you put the values, you will get your answer very quickly. So comment in the section if you have got your answer. Okay, so we have one answer from here, from Irfana. Comment or answer in the chat section quickly. Everyone should at least try to solve it. Okay, just try to put the values. I have given you the required formula as well. You will try to remember the formula as well. But it's a very simple one. Let's try this question by, okay, so Sangvi is also given the answer. Indumati is also given the answer. Soumya, Premlata, what will be the correct answer? Please reply it here. So most of you are going with the B here. So let us see what is the correct answer. Okay, very good. Yes, the correct answer is B. So all of you who have solved it by yourself, if you are getting B, it is correct. How you will solve it? How you will solve it? I have already given you the formula, which is W is equals to molar mass divided by N factor multiplied by 1 by F which is the Faraday constant multiplied by I multiplied by T. So this was your formula. Now in this case, the molar mass of copper is given. It is 63. Since copper is in the sulfate form, which is copper 2 plus, so the charge is 2 here. See here, it is written copper sulfate, and in copper sulfate, copper has plus 2 charge. So it will be 2 here. So copper 2 plus is going to copper by accepting 2 electrons. So this same 2 is taken as the n factor, multiplied by 1 by F. So Faraday constant value is given 96487 multiplied by I. Current is 1.5 ampere. Here is the most crucial part. You have to convert this thing into seconds, because minute is not the SI unit of second. So you have to convert it into seconds. So that would be 600 seconds. If you do this calculation, you will get it as 0.2938 gram. Moving on to the next question. So this was also asked in your current year examination. You have to calculate the EMF of the cell. So students, here you will use the Nernst equation. Here you will use the Nernst equation. It's a very simple one. If you know the Nernst equation, you just have to put the values and you will easily get the answer. Now here, how you will do it? The operating formula for the Nernst equation is E cell is equals to E naught cell minus 2.303 RT by NF log Q. Q is the reaction quotient. Try this question. Tell me what will be the correct answer. Just reply it in the comment section. Everyone, please try this question by yourself. See here how you will calculate this Q. For that, you have to write the equation. Okay, you have to write the equation according to the given half cell reaction. Try this question. If you are not able to do it, no problem. I will tell you the solution. So at least try to put the values which you already know. Like your E naught cell value is given, which is 0. Okay, you have to calculate the E cell. You can put the F value, your temperature value is given, put that value and just try to calculate it. Anyone is getting the answer? Okay, so we have one answer here from Sangvi. Nobody will simply copy the answer. You all will solve it by yourself. Okay, you all will solve it by yourself. Yes, A. Okay, so everyone is telling A is the correct answer. Let us see if it is correct or not. Irfana, Janni, try to solve this question. Logasri, Saksham, Shani, what will be the correct answer? Varsha, try this question by yourself. Try to put the values. At least try to put the values here. Calculation and all you can do it by yourself. Put the values here. Anyone who is getting a different answer from this? Anyone who is getting a different answer from this? Okay, let us move on to the solution now. So the correct answer would be D. Okay, it would be D. So let us see where all of you are making the same mistake. So here we are going from, according to the equation, H2 and HCl. So this is a half cell which is given. It is not a complete cell. Half cell is given. Now it's very simple to write the equation. You just start moving from left to right. Here, this platinum, it is an inert or non-reactive electrode, and it will not participate in the reaction. So the chemical equation will only include H2 and HCl. Now we are going from H2 to H+. If you see here, the oxidation state of H is +1 and Cl is -1. So H2, your hydrogen is going from a 0 oxidation state to +1 oxidation state. In this process, how much electron it will release? So if you balance the equation, you have to write it here 2H+. So each hydrogen will release one electron. So that will result in 2 electrons. So this is the equation for the half cell reaction. Now I will try to calculate the Q. Remember the equation, it is E cell is equals to E naught cell minus 2.303 RT by NF log Q. So this was our overall equation. So first what we need is Q. How do we calculate Q? So whichever species it is if it is present in the charged form, it means it will have some concentration. Okay, so these are some ionic species. It will remain in the solution. It will have some concentration. So the concentration of HCl is already given. It is 0.02 molar. Now this is the reaction quotient. Whenever we write the reaction quotient, we take the concentration and raise it to the power equals to the stoichiometric coefficient. So here in this case, H plus is having an stoichiometric coefficient of 2. So we will take the power here as 2 divided by, on the left hand side, we don't have any ionic species. We have a gas. So this is your hydrogen gas. So remember, it is written here that H2 is gas and HCl is what? Aqueous. So whenever there is a gas, we take the pressure of that gas. Pressure of the gas is already mentioned here. It is 2 atm. So we'll write here the pressure now. This H2 is having no coefficient. It is having only 1. So we will write it as 2 raised to the power 1. What we will get here? It will be 0.0004 divided by 2, or we can write it as 0.0002. So this is your Q value. What about the N? What about this N here? This N which is mentioned here, what do we take as the value of N? So N which is given here, you will take this value as the number of electrons which are involved. You can clearly see that the number of electrons which is involved is 2. Okay, you can see here it is 2 electrons which is involved. So you will take N value as 2. Now we'll write the complete equation again. So E cell, E naught cell value is given, it is 0. See, it is given as 0 volt minus RT 2.303 RT by F. Its complete value is given as 0.059. N value we have already calculated, it is 2. Then we have log Q which is 0.0004 by 2. Anyone is having any doubt till this point? Anyone if is having any doubt till this point? Okay. Now we'll try to simplify this. We'll try to get the value of this log 0.0004 0.0004. Okay, so we can write this log 0.0004 as log 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, now we have a property of log here, log a into b, which can be written as log a plus log b, which is log 4 plus log 10 to the power minus 4. Is it clear? Anyone having any doubt till this point? So here we can cancel this out and write it as 0.002. We have already calculated this. So we'll write here it as log 2, not log 0. Not log 4. So this is log 2. Now log 2 value is already given. It is 0.301, and log 10 to the power minus 4 can be written as minus 4 into log 10. Whatever is the power of this 10, it will go into the multiplication. Now this will come out to be 0.301. Log 10 value is 1, so minus 4. If you calculate this, then you will get it as 3.699. Okay, put this value here. Put this value here. You will get your E cell value. Is it clear to you? Anyone is having any doubt? So whatever aqueous species you have, you take their concentration. Whatever gaseous species you have, you take their pressure. So this will be finally multiplied with 3.699. If you do this calculation, you will get it as 0.109 volt. Okay. Shall we move forward? Anyone else who has any doubt? Now moving on to the next question. So here is your next question. So this is again asked from the Faraday's law. You have to match the following list 1 and list 2. So there are certain conversions which are given, like H2O to O2, MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus, Ca to CaCl2, and FeO to Fe2O3. Now in this type of question, it's very simple to solve it. I will give you the way to solve it for A. Okay, I will give you the way to solve it for A, and you will do the rest of the B, C and D by yourself. So how do we do it? In this question, it is given that in A, that 1 mole of H2O is getting converted to O2. This is written in the question. How do we do it? First of all, consider that atom whose oxidation state is changing. So we can see that oxygen is having an oxidation state of -2 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side the oxidation state is 0. Now if this is clear to you, you can see that what is the change in number of electron. What is the change in number of electron? So 2 electron change is there, -2 to 0. So if you calculate the change, in number of electron, it would be 0 minus -2, which is 2. Now this is your value that you got. How do we calculate this further? Further, we take this value of 2 and multiply it with the number of moles and multiply it with the Faraday constant. So this will be the number of Faraday which is required. Did you get the way to solve it? So first calculate the electron change. See what is the number of mole which is given. So mole is already given. We don't need to find it. And last multiply it with the Faraday to get the number of Faraday required. So with this, A will be matched with 2. Now try it for the other B, C and D and tell me what will be the correct answer. Is it clear to you? If anyone is having any doubt, you can ask it to me, or else you should try this one for B, C and D and tell me what you are getting. So we again have an answer here as A. Everyone tried. Okay, don't be in a hurry. We will try to solve questions one by one. If you are seeing the answers in the chat box, don't be worried about that. You should be with your pace. Okay, try each question by yourself in your copy and tell me if you are having any issues or not. If anyone gets any answer, suppose you are getting it for B only, tell me that what you are getting for B. If you are getting it for B, tell me what you are getting it for B. Okay. So, Logasri, Premlata, Saksham, Yogalakshmi, Badri, what you are getting? Shifana, what you are getting for B? Okay, so Raja is telling A is the correct answer. Let's see. Shiny is telling 5F. Okay, let us solve it, right? So first of all, what we do, we write the equation. So those who are not getting the answer, see here. So what we are doing here, we are going from MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. It is given in the question as well. So the oxidation state of Mn will be plus 7 and here it will be plus 2. So what is the change in number of electron? Which is 2 minus 7, which is 5. So 5 is the change. You will take the value only, not the complete thing. You will take this value only. Now, what is the number of Faraday? I told it to you. It is number of electron, which is 5, then moles, which is again 1, and F. So it will be 5F. Similarly, if you calculate it for Ca, going to C2, Ca2 plus, because in CaCl2 the oxidation state will be plus 2. So I am directly writing it as 2 plus. So here the oxidation state is 0. Here it is 2. So change in number of electron is 2. Therefore, your number of Faraday would be 2 into number of moles, which is 1.5 into F, which is 3F. So 1 will go with B will go with 4 and C will go with 3. Lastly, FeO will go with third. So the correct answer would be Is it clear to you? Did you get where you are doing the mistake? Where you did the mistake? So if you calculate it for FeO to Fe2O3, if you calculate it for FeO to Fe2O3, here the oxidation state of Fe is plus 2 and it is plus 3. Number of electron is 1 and the number of moles is also 1 and the Faraday constant is F. So you will get here 1F. So the correct answer would be D. Okay, it will be D. A3, B4, C2 and D1. C1 and D3, sorry. Yes, correct answer would be A. C3 and C1 and D3. Moving on to the next question. This is the last question for the electrochemistry. Then we will move on to the solution chapter. No, 2 more questions we will do. Then we will move on to the solution chapter. Now, this is a very similar question that we did in the start of the lecture. You have to again calculate the mass of the copper deposited. Again, you are given with everything that you need or require for the mass calculation. You will use that same formula that we used in the start of the lecture. Try it and tell me what you are getting as the correct answer. Try this question by yourself. We have already done the same type of question in the first question as well. Okay, just the values are changed here. Change the value accordingly and try to find the answer. And it is even easier than that one, because here the calculations would be very easy. And already the time is being converted into seconds. You don't need to convert it also. Okay, so Badri is telling B is the correct answer. Let us see, Badri, if it is correct or not. Anyone else? Benazir? Okay, Benazir is also telling 0.315. Janani is also telling B is the correct answer. So we'll try to solve it now, because we have to move to the solution also. I'm telling you the answer. Just match it. If you are not getting the right answer, no problem. Just match that we are. तुम बताओ क्या हुआ? कुछ नहीं हुआ.
उसका हेडफोन लगाने के लिए बोला, उसको पता नहीं है ये वाला हेडफोन क्यों
क्यों? आवाज तो आती नहीं हो सकती.
एक बंदा वो डेस्कटॉप उसे भेज रहा है.
मैंने पहले तो आवाज किया था, उसको मैंने बंद किया.
वो तो रहा है, चल तो रहा है, फ्री आ रहा है.
दिक्कत क्या है? बच्चे कहाँ कुछ बोल रहे हैं? क्यों, क्या कह रहे हैं वो? करो. Okay, so everyone is getting the answer B. Let's see. So we know the formula already, which is W is equals to ZIT. So I have given you three formulas. Second one is, if you put the value of Z here, which is 96487, or you can also say that it is simply your F. It is simply your F multiplied by IT. Further, if I put the value of E here, which is molar mass divided by the N factor, then this is your formula, which is again required in this given question, that same formula. So we put the values. Molar mass is given as 63 gram per mole. For copper going to copper 2 plus, because copper is going to copper 2 plus. See, it is written here, it has copper sulfate. So in copper sulfate, the oxidation state of copper is +2. So copper is going to copper 2 plus. So 2 electrons are involved. 63 by 2 multiplied by 1 by F. F value is given 96487. Then we have the value of I, which is 9.6487. And lastly, we have the value of time as well, which is 100 seconds. Okay. So these two are again very simple to cancel out, which will be 10 to the power minus 4. So 63 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 into 10 to the power 2, which will be 10 to the power minus 2. So 0.63 by 2. If you calculate this thing, you will get it as, so 0.63 by 2 will be how much? How much you will get here? 0.63 by 2, 0.315. So correct answer would be B. Very good. You have done it correctly. Moving on to the next question. So this will be the last one. Okay. So here in this one, you have to calculate the standard Gibbs free energy, and you are already given with the value of standard cell potential, which is 0.32. What is the formula that we use? It is delta G naught is equals to minus NFE naught cell. So for standard condition, it is minus NFE naught cell. Now your work is to calculate the N, because F is already given, E naught is already given, and you have to calculate the E naught cell. Again, for this you have to see the equation. So your zinc is going to zinc 2 plus. So 2 electrons are released. And here also, if you are going from Fe2 plus to Fe, so if I write the equation, we are going from zinc to zinc 2 plus. You write the equation separately. So this is the oxidation half reaction. Okay. Since there are 2 plus charge, I have to put here 2 electrons to balance the charge overall. On the left hand side, we have 0 charge. So if I don't add these 2 electron, I will get a plus 2 charge on the right, and which is not correct. Similarly, we are going from Fe2 plus to Fe. Again, for doing this, we have to add 2 electrons here. If you add both of these equations together, this 2 and 2 will get cancelled out. So from here, the N value comes out to be 2. So minus 2, then F value is 96487 multiplied by the E naught, which is 0.32. 0.64 multiplied by 96487. So you will get this value as 61.75 with a negative sign. Remember, you are getting a negative sign here. Yes, the correct answer would be A. Then here, so we'll do this one also because it's a different type one. So we'll do this question also. So just follow me what I am doing here. First, what we have given here, we are given with the value of conductivity, which is 0.0210 per ohm per centimeter. Okay. And you are given with the value of resistance, which is 60 ohm. Now, you have to calculate the cell constant. For this, you have to use the formula, which is R is equals to rho L by A. Now, rho is what? It is resistivity. And if I take 1 by rho, it is conductivity. So the formula would be 1 by kappa into L by A. Now this L by A that you are seeing here, this is known as your cell constant. And it is represented by the symbol G star. So you can simply write here that G star is equals to, if I cross multiply this, it will be R into kappa. So R value is given here it as 60 and kappa value is given here it as 0.0210. You simply multiply this. So 0.0210 multiplied by 60. You will get it as 1.26. So this is your final answer per centimeter. Is it clear to all of you? Anyone having any doubt in this last question? Shall we move on to the solution chapter now? If any concept that you want to know regarding this chapter, you can ask me, a small one. Okay, yeah. So now just wait for a second. I will open the electrochemical solution PYQs. So here is your first question. You have to see five statements are given in total. You have to choose that which of these statements are correctly mentioned. So these are very easy statements to handle. First case, you have to see that whether the given value of molality is correct or not. Second, you have to see that whether the given value of molarity is correct or not. Third one is a direct application from the Henry's law. Sorry, fourth one is a direct application from the Henry's law. And in the third one, you have to see the dependence of temperature, dependence of solubility in the temperature. And the last one is regarding the mole fraction. Now it's a very simple one. You just go through the statements one by one. You will easily get your answer. So try this question by yourself and tell me what you are getting as the correct answer. Anyone who is getting the answer? So Badri is telling C is the correct answer. Sangvi is telling C is the correct answer. Deepika, Darshani, Benazir, try this question. Logasri, what you are getting? Saksham. Students, try this question. It's a very simple one. It's a very simple one. Now we'll start with the first statement. Start with the first statement. What is given here? What is given here? We have to calculate the molality and see whether it is equals to 0.556 or not. In this question, we have to take 2.5 gram. So we are given with 2.5 gram of ethanoic acid, or you can say of solute. Okay, Benazir, let us see if it is correct or not. Next, we are dissolving it in 75 grams of benzene, means of the solvent. Benzene is the solvent here. We know that the molality formula is number of moles of the solute divided by the mass of the solvent, and it should be in kg. So first of all, we need the number of moles of the solute. So what is the formula for number of moles of solute? It's very simple. Given mass by molar mass. So 2.5 by 60. Okay. And what about the mass of the solvent? It is given in gram. We have to convert this thing into kg. So we'll divide it by 1000. Now put the values here. So 2.5 by 60, which is number of moles of solute, divided by mass of the solvent in kg, which is 75 by 1000. So 1000 will go in the numerator. You will get this. If we just simplify it further, if we simplify this further, remove this thing, decimal, and cut off 2 zeros. Now, next what we can simplify it further. So 25 3s are 75. So that would be 10 by 18. If you calculate this, you will get it as 0.556. So yes, the statement 1 is correct. Yes, the statement 1 is correct. Moving on to the next statement, you have to calculate the molarity. So for molarity, we need two things. Number of moles of solute. So it would be 5 by 40 or 1 by 8 mole. Then what about the volume of the solution? What about the volume of the solution? It is already given, it is 0.278. So molarity will be equals to 1 by 8 multiplied by 0.278. Sorry, it is not the molarity. It is not the molarity. It is not the volume. So volume is given as 450 ml. Volume is 450 ml. So molarity will be equals to 1 by 8. Now we'll convert this ml into liter. So it will be 450 by 1000. So 450 by 1000. Okay. Now 4 2s are 8, 4 25s are 100, 5 5s are 25, 5 9s are 40. So it will be 5 by 180. So here we have 3 zeros. Sorry, 1000 was there. So it will be 50 here. So 18 by 5, 5 by 18 will get as 0.278. Okay, 5 by 18 will get as 0.278. Next question, next one, aquatic species. So this statement is correct one. And the second statement, what about the second statement? It is also correct. Next one, aquatic species are more comfortable in cold water. Yes, it is correct. So aquatic species, they take oxygen from the water. So they take dissolved oxygen, right? They take the dissolved oxygen in water. Now oxygen is a gas. You have to dissolve it in water, which is a liquid. So gas in a liquid type of solution is there. If you increase the temperature, then the solubility of the gas decreases. Therefore, they will not feel comfortable in water. That is the reason wherever there is a very hot water, there is not that much aquatic diversity. Whereas in cold temperatures, the aquatic diversity is high. So this is also correct. So first one is correct, second one is correct, third one is correct. Fourth one, the solubility of a gas decreases with decrease in pressure. So what is the Henry's equation? P is equals to KH chi. So Karibharti is telling C is the answer. Shani is telling A is the answer. Yes, let us see. So here you can see that chi is the solubility. It is the solubility. And P is the pressure. So both of them are directly proportional. So if the solubility will increase, the pressure will also increase. Okay, so this is not correct. This is not correct. Last one, you have to see that what will be the mole fraction of B if Na and Nb are the number of moles of A and B. So the mole fraction of B would be number of moles of B divided by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. So it is also not correct. So A, B and C are correct. So A is your correct answer. Anyone is having any doubt in this question? Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Can we move on to the next question? So remember, if you want to dissolve a gas into a liquid, you have to decrease the temperature. You have to decrease the temperature. Then only it will be dissolved. How you can imagine it? remember, in the cold drinks that you drink, okay, the cold drink that you drink, they keep it cold so that they can dissolve more carbon dioxide into it. So at high pressure, they put it under high pressure and low temperature so that more and more gas can be filled inside the your cold drink bottle. If you increase the temperature or if you decrease the pressure, it will decrease the solubility. Is it clear to all of you? So you can directly relate it from your daily life as well to get your answer. Now, next one. So in this case, the correct answer would be A. Next one. So here is a question which is directly from the NCERT example, and it is from the topic ideal and non-ideal solution. You have to see that we have taken a mixture of chloroform and an acetone. Then it is showing negative deviation. Now you have to tell the reason for it. The first one, increase in escaping tendency of molecule of each component. Second one, formation of hydrogen bonding between acetone and chloroform. Third one, there is a stronger intermolecular force between chloroform molecule than those between chloroform and acetone. Last one, repulsive forces. Very simple question. It is directly from your NCERT example. Try this question. Remember what condition should we have for negative deviation? What condition should we have for negative deviation? So Shani is telling C is the correct answer. Okay, let us see Shani. Sangvi is also telling C is the correct answer. Badri is telling C is the correct answer. Students, analyze the question correctly. Analyze the question correctly. You are given with the negative deviation. Okay, C is not the correct answer. I am giving you one more chance. Try it once again and tell me what is the correct answer. So C is not the correct answer. Yes, B is the correct answer. Very good, Sangvi. B is the correct answer. Okay. So see, students, what is the thing that you should remember always? Yes, B is the correct answer. So what you should remember always is that whenever you have a negative deviation, so I'm talking about the negative deviation. Then in that case, the solvent interaction, or you can say that suppose you have two things in the solution, you have two things, A and B. When you are not dissolving A and B, then A and B are present in the pure form, and in the pure form A should be attracting its own molecule. So there would be some interaction between A and A. And again, similarly in the pure B, when you have not dissolved it, there should be an interaction between B and B. When this interaction, if it is greater than the interaction between A and B, so this is before dissolving and this is after dissolving. So after dissolving, you have A and B both in the same container. So now there will be an interaction between A and B. So if AA interaction is and BB interaction, if it is greater than the AB interaction, then in that case we will have the positive deviation. Whereas if I take the opposite case, AA interaction and BB interaction, if it is lesser than the AB interaction, again this is before dissolving and this is after dissolving, then we will have the negative deviation. In the question, it is already given that we have a negative deviation. So in that case, AB interaction will be more. It means what is A and B? In this case, according to the question, A and B are chloroform and acetone. So the interaction between acetone and chloroform, it will be stronger than the acetone-acetone and the chloroform-chloroform interaction. And why it is stronger? Because after dissolving both of them together, they are forming a hydrogen bond here. Okay, they are forming a hydrogen bond here. So this AB, so this is your A and this is your B, and they are interacting strongly due to the hydrogen bond. Since this interaction is stronger than the AA and BB, so they will show the negative deviation. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Anyone is having any doubt in this? You will remember this thing when you will have the positive deviation and when you will have the negative deviation. Now, next question. So, this is a question which is asked from the Raoult's law. Okay, you have to see that you have two liquids, X and Y. You are taking 5 moles of liquid of X and 10 moles of liquid of Y, and you are dissolving them together. The overall pressure comes out to be 70 torr. Now, if the vapor pressure of the pure X and pure Y, it is 63 and 78 respectively, you have to see that which kind of characteristics it's well defined for the solution of X and Y. So see how you will solve this question. First of all, this is the observed pressure. According to the Raoult's law, what is the total pressure? It will be, so according to the Raoult's law, we can write the pressure of X and Y, Px plus Py. Now Px is what? Px is mole fraction of X multiplied by the pressure of pure X, which is P naught X, represented as P naught X. Similarly, for Py, it is mole fraction of Y multiplied by pressure of pure Y. Now, what is the mole fraction of X? Mole fraction of X can be calculated as, we have seen this formula in the start, number of moles of X by total number of moles. So 10 plus 5, 15. So I can directly write it as 1 by 3 multiplied by P naught X. So pure pressure is given as 63 plus what is chi Y? It is the mole fraction of Y, which will be 10 by 15, or I can write it as 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 multiplied by P naught Y. So P naught Y is 78. So it will be 3 2s are 6, 3 6s are 18. Here 3 1s are 3 and 3 2s are 6. Sorry, 3 2s are 6 and 3 1s are 3. So 21 plus 52, which will be finally equals to 73 torr. So according to the Raoult's law, or for the ideal solution, it should be 73 torr. But when you observed it experimentally, it comes out to be 70 torr. Now, which kind of deviation it is? So this is your ideal, in this case, your ideal pressure, it is greater than the observed pressure. Whenever you have this situation, it is known as the positive deviation. You have seen this graph like this. Now in this you have the positive deviation going from the upside. So actually the pressure which is calculated using the formula, it is higher than the observed or the actual pressure. So here we name it as positive deviation. Now it is written that the solution is ideal. No, it is not correct. For ideal situation, the calculated and the observed should be equal. So it is not correct. So obviously your correct answer would be 3, that the solution will show negative deviation. Okay, the solution will show negative deviation. What about the volume? What about the volume? So remember that for positive deviation, the delta V is greater than 0. Sorry, it will be greater than, so delta H and delta V, there are two things. Obviously it is showing the negative deviation. Sorry, not the positive one. It is showing the negative deviation because your ideal pressure, it is greater than the observed pressure. So this is having a negative deviation, not a positive one. Sorry for this. It will have a negative deviation. Now for negative deviation, the delta V is also less than 0 and the delta H is also less than 0. Means the enthalpy of mixing and the volume of mixing. So after dissolving it, the volume becomes less than the actual volume. So this is the case. Not greater. It becomes less than the actual volume. So here the correct answer would be D. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear to all of you? So now last question of today's class. Last question of today's class. Yes. So in this question, you have to see that which one will have the minimum elevation in boiling point. So what is the formula to calculate the elevation in boiling point? It is delta TB is equals to I kbm. It is equals to I kbm, which is concentration. Now in this situation, what is the value of I? I is simply the number of ions your given ionic species will break into. So NaCl, it will break into 2. So I value will be 2. Here also it will break into 2. So I value is 2. MgSO4 also 2 and NaCl is also having a value of 2. So if I calculate the delta TB, which is elevation in boiling point, then each of them have the same value of I. Now what is Kb? Kb, it is dependent upon the solvent and not the solution. So here the solvent is same for all of them. Okay, each of them is having aqueous solution. So overall we will depend upon the M, which is the molarity. Okay, now if you consider M, then remember that M is directly proportional to capital M, means molality is directly proportional to molarity. Whichever has the highest molarity, that will have the highest molality as well. Now the delta TB, it will be lowest for this NaCl. It will be the lowest for NaCl. Therefore, it will have the lowest boiling point as well. Is it clear to all of you? So here you have to compare the delta TB value. The Kb and I are constant for all of them. So overall, the elevation in boiling point is totally dependent upon the molality value. And molality is directly proportional to molarity because they both are what? Concentration. If it is the case, then we will say that this will have the lowest molarity. 15 मिनट और चलेगा अभी तो बहुत देर वो मोटिवेशन क्लास मेरे में पर वो तो आधे घंटे ले लेता है. So is it clear to all of you? Anyone is having any doubt in this? Okay. So this was all for today's class. Now, next, you will have your biology class. Thank you for joining the session.
Okay, mixed answers are coming. Option C, option A. Okay, option C. Kriba, Kritika, Alvar, Saksham, they have given option C. Okay, let's see the answer now. So the answer is option C. Very good. So the answer is option C. So pulmonary ventilation occurs followed by diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide across
हाँ
alveolar membrane, then transport of gases
अरे भाई चालू करना है डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो बंद नहीं
dioxide between blood tissues, then comes
मैंने कर
your
दिया
cellular respiration. So option C is the correct answer. Very good.
तो भाई चालू तो
Okay.
बता तो देता तो कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है मैं तेरे भरोसे
So
बता
in class we have discussed this question as like very
हाँ तो
important
मुझे
one,
ज्यादा पता नहीं कब खाली करके
right?
चला गया वो
So
भी
if you have
बताता है नहीं
memorized
है
all the values, then
अभी बोल रहा
this
था
is
मेरे
a
10 मिनट में
easiest
चालू करूंगा
question.
वो उसमें चलूंगा
So match list 1 with list 2. List 1 it is respiratory volume, list 2 it is capacity in ml. Okay, everyone has started answering, very good. So
अरे मार्केटिंग वाले
expiratory
बता थे कि
reserve
क्लास चेंज
volume
हो
it
रही है
is
कि नहीं हो रही है
expiratory reserve volume, residual volume, inspiratory reserve volume, tidal volume. The other side it is 2500 to 3500, then 1000 to 1100, 1100 to 1200 ml. Okay, I think option A. Already they have given answers. Option A. Okay. Okay. That's all. I'm getting only 6 to 7
तो
answers.
इसमें
What
यार
about others?
इसमें हेडफोन में ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा भाई
Why others are not giving answers? Come on, fast, fast, fast.
हेड से कहाँ से
Give your answers fast.
हाँ, अबे चालू है तार के पास
Why
हेडफोन सिस्टम
today
में लगा हुआ
energy
है
is very low? What's the reason?
मैं कर रहा हूँ रुक जा
Are you guys feeling low or what? No answer for this question also. Are you guys feeling bored? No. Okay, finally some answer came. Okay. Okay, let's see the answer now. So what option you have given? Option A. Okay, let's see the answer. Okay, option A is the correct answer. So ERV, expiratory reserve volume, it is 1000 to 1100 ml. Then residual volume RV, it is 1100 to 1200 ml. Then inspiratory reserve volume IRV, it is 2500 to 3000 ml. Then TV, tidal volume, it is 500 ml. See, if you have not memorized all these volumes and respiratory capacity and all, please do memorize this. There are possibilities to get at least one question from this one. Okay, if you have not memorized, please memorize all these respiratory volumes and their capacity. Okay, next question. So match list 1 with list 2. One it is mollusk, reptiles, adult amphibians, amoeba. The other side it is pulmonary respiration only, or type of respiration they have given on the other side. Pulmonary respiration only, branchial respiration, cellular respiration, pulmonary and cutaneous respiration. Match and tell me. Match and tell me. Mollusk, reptile, adult, amphibians and amoeba. Which group is having a which kind of respiration? Okay, Saksham is having a doubt, it seems. Question A, or like option A. Okay, let's see, let's see. Option A, ma'am. Okay, others. Okay, option A. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Very good. Answer the question fast. Okay, so everyone has given option A. Okay, let's see. So mollusk, reptiles, adult amphibians, amoeba. Let's see the answer. So answer is option A. So mollusk. Give an example for each of these groups. Example for a mollusk. Example for a mollusk. Example for a reptile. Example for an amphibian, amoeba. or leave that amoeba. Example for mollusk, reptile and amphibian. Give an example for each of the group. An example for mollusk. Why no one is answering? Example, okay, mollusk, snail, reptile, snake, amphibians, frog. Okay, very good. So most of the mollusks, that too like aquatic species also there, right? So these mollusks, they use a branchial respiration. What do you mean by a branchial respiration? What is branchial respiration? What is branchial respiration, pa? See, different types of respiration there, right? Branchial, pulmonary, cutaneous, cellular, like that, different types of respiration there. Okay, branchial means breathing through gills. Okay, very good. So mollusk, it is branchial respiration. So they breathe through the gills. Okay. For reptiles it is For reptiles, it is pulmonary respiration. What is this pulmonary respiration? What is pulmonary respiration, pa? What do you mean by pulmonary respiration? What is pulmonary respiration? Branchial is gills. Pulmonary means pulmonary. Pulmonary respiration, they use lungs. Very good. Pulmonary respiration, they use lungs. Very good. Then in amphibians, what kind of respiration is there? Pulmonary also there, cutaneous also there. What do you mean by cutaneous respiration? Okay, very good. Cutaneous is skin, respiration through skin. Very good. Then amoeba, it is cellular respiration. So everything is the cell for amoeba. So it breathes through cell and it is cellular respiration. So clear? Okay, let us see the next question. Frogs respire in water by skin and buccal cavity, and on the land by skin, buccal cavity, and lungs. Choose the correct answer. The statement is false for water but true for land. False for both the environment. True for water, false for land. True for both the environment. So, what they have given? A frog respires in water by skin and buccal cavity, and on land by skin, buccal cavity, lungs. Which is true and which is false? Option D. The statement is true for both the environment. Okay, Badri. Okay, Shiny, Sangavi, all option D. Varsha, option D. Okay. That's all. What about others? Only 4 students you have answered. What about others? Come on fast. Okay, Deepika again, option D. A. The statement is false for water but true for land. Okay, Saksham. Let us see which is the correct answer. Okay. What are all the kinds of respiration, different kinds of respiration you can see in these frogs? What are all the types of respiration you can see in frog? Cutaneous, pulmonary, then one more there, right? One more kind of respiration there. Cutaneous respiration, buccopharyngeal respiration, pulmonary respiration. Okay, good. In water, which respiration they'll do? In water, what kind of respiration they'll do? in water, what kind of respiration they'll do? How they'll respire in water? How frogs will respire in water? Sorry. So in water it is cutaneous. Okay. On land, how it will respire? On land, how it will respire? On land, it uses pulmonary and buccopharyngeal. Okay, then now you should be knowing the answer. Okay, let's see what is the answer. Answer is option A. So, what is the statement for water? Frogs respire in water by skin and buccal cavity. So, what they have given? Frog respire in water by skin and buccal cavity. Does frog respire in water through buccal cavity? So, this statement is false, but true for land. So, in land, it respires through buccal cavity, lungs, and skin. Okay. So, you got the answer for this question? You got the answer? So, option A is the correct answer. See, don't confuse, okay? Which of the following factors are favorable for the formation of oxyhemoglobin in alveoli? Option B. Okay, Saksham is very fast. Okay, Badri also option B. Then others? What about others? Which of the following factors are favorable for the formation of oxyhemoglobin in alveoli? Okay, everyone is telling option B. What is this oxyhemoglobin, Pa? What do you mean by oxyhemoglobin? What is this oxyhemoglobin? Okay, fine. Option B, option B. Benazir has become active now only, I guess. I didn't see her answers before. Good, Benazir. Come on, what do you mean by oxyhemoglobin? What is oxyhemoglobin? What is oxyhemoglobin, Pa? Just split the words. You can answer. Oxyhemoglobin. Very good. A compound formed between oxygen molecule and hemoglobin pigment. Very good. Very good, Saksham. So, how much oxygen? Okay, it is bright red. Okay, very good. So, it is bright red in color. Fine. How much oxygen does this transports? This oxyhemoglobin, how much? Like total I'm asking. How, like, what is the percentage of oxygen? Percentage of oxygen. So, this oxyhemoglobin is responsible for transporting a particular percentage of the body's oxygen. It will take from lungs and it will transport it to tissues and organs. What is the percentage of oxygen? No, not 21%. What is the percentage of oxygen this oxyhemoglobin transports? Okay, Saksham has told a near answer. So it is around 98 percentage. Okay, so it is 98 percentage of body's oxygen. It carries from the lungs to the tissues and organs. Okay, so it carries 98 percentage. You should not forget. Okay, it is 98 percentage. Okay, what answer you gave for this question? Option B. Let's see whether it is option B. Okay, very good. So the answer is option B. Let us see the next question. Okay, very good. Again, the capacities and their formulas here, right? Okay, expiratory capacity, functional residual capacity, vital capacity, inspiratory capacity. The other side, expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume, and tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume, tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume. So I told you earlier, memorize these ones because you can get many questions from this. See, if not, match the following. Somewhere they can ask some question from this part, so memorize this. A is correct option. A. Okay. Everyone is behind A. Let's see the answer now. So the answer is option A. So expiratory capacity means it is tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. Okay. What is tidal volume? What do you mean by a tidal volume? What is tidal volume, pa? What is tidal volume? What is a tidal volume? Tidal volume. See again, amount of air. Amount of air. Okay, amount of air inhaled or exhaled during normal respiration. Okay, very good. So, the normal amount of air that can move inside and move outside your lungs. That is called as the tidal volume. Very good. Not only inspired, expired also. Both inspiration and expiration. Okay, that is called as the tidal volume. Very good. So, memorize this part. Okay, memorize this part. See again, one more question. Residual volume, vital capacity, expiratory capacity, tidal volume. So match this following. Match this list 1 and list 2. Okay, option C. See, I told no, from this part there are more possibilities to get more questions. See, all are NEET questions, previous year NEET questions. So option C. What about others? Residual volume, vital capacity, expiratory capacity, tidal volume. C. Okay. Logashri, C. Okay. Okay, shall we see the answer? So the answer is option C. Very good. Very good. So residual volume, it is volume of air remaining in the lungs. Residue. You remember this word? Residue. Okay. So remaining in the lungs. Then vital capacity, it is maximum volume. Maximum volume of air that can be breathed in after forced expiration. Then expiratory capacity, it is total volume of air expired after normal inspiration. Then option D, tidal volume, it is volume of air inspired or expired during normal respiration. Okay, let's see the next question. Given below are the two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other one is labeled as reason. Okay, fine. Assertion is during the transportation of gases, about 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin as carbaminohemoglobin. Reason, the binding is related to high carbon dioxide and low oxygen in the tissues. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answers from the options given below. Option C. Okay, two answers I have received. Option C. Option C. Okay. Only three answers. Option C. Okay. What is that option C? Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay, let's see. Okay, option C, option C. Okay. What is this PCO2? What is this PO2 pa? Here in question they have given this binding related to high PCO2, PO2. What is that P represents? What is the P here represents? This one. What is this representing? PCO2, PO2. Okay, very good. So partial pressure of carbon dioxide and partial pressure of oxygen. Very good. Partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Okay. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide this carbaminohemoglobin transports? What is the percentage of carbon dioxide? We saw 98 percentage there, 98 percentage of oxygen. No, like that. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide this carbaminohemoglobin transports? 20 to 25%. The remaining, what about the remaining? What about the remaining? How it is transported? How it is transported? What about the remaining carbon dioxide? Very good. So it is by bicarbonate buffering system. Very good. So it is by bicarbonates. Okay. Good. Let us see the answers now. Okay. Dissolved 7%. Very good. Very good. So the answer for this question is option C. So most of you have answered. So it is option C. Okay. Again, vital capacity of lung is vital capacity of lungs. Vital capacity of lungs. See, many questions are coming from that part again and again. Vital capacity of lung. What is the vital capacity of lung? So, vital capacity of lungs, it is option C. Okay. Option C. Option A. C is confirmed. Okay. C. Okay, what is this vital capacity, Pa? What do you mean by vital capacity? Definition for vital capacity. Define vital capacity. Define vital capacity. What is vital capacity? What is vital capacity? You know answers. Maximum amount of air. Vital capacity. I'm asking about vital capacity. Maximum amount of air. Okay. A person can exhale after taking a forceful inspiration. Very good. So, after taking a deep breath, after taking a deepest breath, how much you can exhale? That is the deepest possible breath. Yes, yes, that is the vital capacity. Okay, very good, very good. So let's see the answer now. What options you have given? Option C. Let's see. So option C is the correct answer. It is inspiratory reserve volume plus expiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume. Okay, next question. Select the sequence of steps in respiration. Already we have discussed this question, no? Sequence of steps in respiration. Answer still no issues. Answer the question. Diffusion of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide across alveolar membrane, diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide between blood and tissues, transport of gases by the blood, pulmonary ventilation by which atmospheric air is drawn in and carbon dioxide rich alveolar air is released out, utilization of oxygen by the cells for catabolic reactions are resultant release of carbon dioxide. See, different options they have given, different options, so you have to choose the correct answer from the above options. Option A. Okay, let's see. Someone has given option D. Okay. Option A or option D? Why confusion? See, read the questions, read the question, read the statements, and then answer. So you have to choose which is correct. Option A. Okay, Saksham. Okay, let us see the answer for this question. So it is option A. So pulmonary ventilation, then diffusion of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide across alveolar membrane, then transport of gases by blood, diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide between blood and tissues, then utilization of oxygen by the cells. Okay, let us see the next question. Okay, again assertion reason type of question. So the assertion is a person goes to high altitude and experiences altitude sickness with symptoms like breathing difficulty and heart palpitations. Reason: due to low atmospheric pressure at high altitude, the body does not get sufficient oxygen. So, in the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options. Option C, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Okay, let's see. Let's see, let's see. Option C, option C. Okay. Okay, so option C is the answer you have given. Let's check the answer. So option C is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. Yes, C confirmed. No doubt in that. C confirmed. So what will happen if you go in heights? You'll experience a low atmospheric pressure there. So because of that, you will be getting nausea, fatigue, heart palpitations and all. Okay. Okay, already started giving answers to the next question. Under normal physiological conditions in human being, every 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver how much ml of oxygen to the tissues? B, 5 ml. Okay, B. Okay, 5. Okay, so many have given option B. What about others? Fast. Give answer for this question. BBB. Okay. Okay. So let's see the answer now. So it is 5 ml, right? So every 100 ml of oxygenated blood delivers approximately 5 ml of oxygen to the tissues. Okay. What about deoxygenated blood? So every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood delivers approximately how much ml of carbon dioxide to the lungs? Oxygen, it is 5 ml. What about carbon dioxide? How much it can deliver? Very good, Saksham. So it is 4 ml. So carbon dioxide, it is 4 ml. Oxygen, it is 5 ml. And carbon dioxide, it is 4 ml. Very good. Next one. Which of the following is not the function of conducting part of respiratory system? It clears inhaled air from foreign particles. Inhaled air is humidified. Temperature of inhaled air is brought to body temperature. Provides surface for diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide, which is not the function. Which is not the function of conducting part of respiratory system. Conducting part of respiratory system, not a function. D is correct. D. What is D? Provide surface for diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay. What is this conducting part of respiratory system, pa? What are all the parts included in this conducting part of respiratory system? What is that conducting part of respiratory system? What is that conducting part? What are all the structures included in that conducting part of respiratory system? Which region you call as a conducting part of respiratory system? Okay, the external nostrils down to the terminal bronchioles. Okay. Okay, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and terminal bronchioles. Very good, Janani, very good, Saksham. So that is the conducting part of the respiratory system. Okay, let's see the answer for this question. So D is the correct answer. They don't provide surface for diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So what is their main function then? What is the main function of this conducting part of respiratory system? What is the function? So generally they'll prepare the air to reach the lungs, right? No, they do not involve in gas exchange. They don't involve in gas exchange. They do air filtration. They do conditioning of the air. Yes, so generally they prepare the air for the lungs to reach the lungs properly. That is their main function. So air transport, filtration and conditioning of the air. That is the main function of this conducting part of respiratory system. Okay, next question. Identify the region of human brain which has pneumotaxic center that alters respiratory rate by reducing the duration of inspiration, which is having the pneumotaxic center. Pons. Okay, option C. Okay, Pons. Okay. Okay. So the answer is Pons. So the answer is Pons. Pneumotaxic center is located in the upper pons region. So like if it is too specific means, then you can specify that it is located in the upper pons region. Okay. Next one. Which of the following statement are correct with respect to vital capacity? Again, vital capacity. Again, a question related to vital capacity. So you should be knowing the answer. It includes ERV, TV, IRV. Total volume of air a person can inspire after a normal expiration. You have to select the options which are correct. The maximum value of air a person can breathe in after forced expiration. It includes ERV, RV, IRV. The maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after a forced inspiration. Read the options properly and then select the correct options with respect to vital capacity. Vital capacity. Vital capacity. D is impossible. C is correct. Okay, let's see. C. Some 4-5 questions before we have seen this question. What is vital capacity? The formula of vital capacity we have seen. So you can answer this nicely. Remember the formula of vital capacity. Remember the definition of vital capacity. Connect all the stuffs and then select the options. And then select the options. And then select the options. Okay, shall we see the answer? So the answer is option D. The answer is option D. So it includes ERV, TV, IRV, right? Then option C, maximum volume of air a person can breathe in after forced expiration. The same, the maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after forced inspiration. So option D is the correct answer. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Select the favorable conditions required for the formation of oxyhemoglobin at the alveoli. See, same question asked in different ways. Okay, Saksham, good. Option B he has given. Okay. So what is option B? High partial pressure of oxygen, low partial pressure of carbon dioxide, less H plus, low temperature. Okay. Oxyhemoglobin. So option B. Okay, many has given option B. Let's see the answer. So the answer is option B. Good. Next question. The partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide at alveoli. What is the partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide at alveoli, the site of diffusion? Partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Option B. Okay. partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide in alveoli. What is the value? Option B you have given, okay. So let's see the answer. So the partial pressure of oxygen is 104 and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide it is 40. Okay, what is this mmHg? What does this Hg represent? What is this Hg representing? What is this mmHg? Hemoglobin, no Kriba. Okay, mercury. So mmHg means millimeters of mercury. Okay, mmHg means millimeters of mercury. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, again a assertion recent question. A person goes to high altitude and experiences altitude sickness. Again, symptoms with breathing difficulty and heart palpitations due to low atmospheric pressure at high altitude. The body does not get sufficient oxygen. Correct or not? Yes, same question asked again and again. So the answer is option B. Okay, let's not waste time. Okay, the answer is option B. Very good, you have answered very confidently. Identify the wrong statement with reference to transport of oxygen. You have to identify the wrong statement with reference to transport of oxygen. Binding of oxygen with hemoglobin is mainly related to partial pressure of oxygen. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide can interfere with oxygen binding with hemoglobin. Higher H plus concentration in alveoli favors the formation of oxyhemoglobin. Low partial pressure of carbon dioxide in alveoli favors the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So you have to select the wrong statement. Option C. Okay. You have to select the wrong statement. Because less H plus favors formation of oxyhemoglobin. Okay. Okay. Reason behind the answer. Okay, fine. Good. Good, Kriba. Okay. Let's see the answer. So, option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. Select the correct events that occur during inspiration. Contraction of diaphragm, contraction of external intercostal muscles, pulmonary volume decreases, intrapulmonary pressure increases. So you have to select the correct events that occurs during inspiration when you are inspiring air. Option D, option C. Option D, okay. Option D, it is contraction of diaphragm and contraction of external intercostal muscles. Okay, let's see. Come on, only 3 answers I have received fast. Why no more answers? Option D, okay. Option D, okay. Option D, option D, option D, okay. Okay, let's see the answer. Decreases. Very good, Saksham. So pulmonary volume will increase and interpulmonary volume will decrease. So option D is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. See again a question from that tidal volume and expiratory reserve volume of an athlete is 500 ml and 1000 ml respectively. what will be his expiratory capacity if the residual volume is 1200 ml? So you have to find his expiratory capacity. For that, you should know the formula. Option C, 1500 ml. Okay. Okay, what is the formula for calculating this expiratory capacity? What is the formula for expiratory capacity? And TV plus ERV. Okay, good. Okay, let's see the answer. So the answer is 1500 ml. So that is the answer. Next question. Match the following again. Same question. Okay, let us skip this question. We'll see some other question. Which of the following is an occupational respiratory disorder? Occupational respiratory disorder. Botulism, anthracis, silicosis, emphysema. Occupational respiratory disorder. Occupational respiratory disorder. Occupational respiratory disorder. Okay, silicosis. C, silicosis. Okay. What is anthracis, pa? What is anthracis? What is anthracis? What is anthracis? Why no answer? Anthracis. Anthracis. What is anthracis? Easy only. What do you mean by anthracis? Don't know. Okay. Okay. Usually refers to Bacillus anthracis. Okay. Bacillus anthracis is the causal organism. That is the causal organism of this anthracis. Very good. Botulism. 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 Bacterial disease. No idea. Okay. Botulism. So this botulism is a disease. It is a rare disease and it is a serious disease. Yes, it is caused by Clostridium botulinum, a bacteria. It is a bacterial disease. Bhupalan has given answer. I didn't note that. Good. So it is a bacterial disease. It is caused by Clostridium botulinum. Clostridium botulinum. Bacterium Clostridium botulinum. So this is a foodborne disease. Okay. This canned foods, preserved foods, or fermented foods, if it is not done in a proper way, then there are chances that you can get this botulism. Okay, you got idea now? So botulism is a bacterial, yes, it will mainly affect the nervous system because this Clostridium botulinum produces a neurotoxin. It produces a neurotoxin. Okay, now you got some idea about botulism? It is caused by Clostridium botulinum. It produces a neurotoxin which will affect the nervous system, and it is very rare, but it is a life threatening condition. It affects the nervous system. Okay. Okay, let's see the answer for this question. So the answer is silicosis. Okay, let's see 25 questions round. Just two more questions. Just give me 2 minutes, we'll finish fast. Which of the following options correctly responds the lung condition in asthma and emphysema respectively? So you have to select the lung conditions. Decreased respiratory surface, inflammation of bronchioles, decreased respiratory surface, increased number of bronchioles, increased respiratory surface, inflammation of bronchioles. So option B, option A. Why two different answers? Option B. Okay. Option A. Correct option B. What is the difference between option A and option B? Okay, let's see. Okay, first asthma, then second emphysema. Very good. So somehow you identified. Good. So let's see the answer. So option B is the correct answer. C, they have given lung conditions in asthma and then emphysema. So don't confuse. First answer should be related to asthma and the second one should be related to emphysema. So option B is the correct answer. Inflammation of bronchioles and decreased respiratory surface. See how they are confusing you. The same options they have given in A and B, but in a different order. So you have to select accordingly. First one should be of asthma and the second symptom should be of emphysema. Okay. Okay. Next question. Lungs are made up of air-filled sacs, the alveoli. They do not collapse even after forceful expiration. Because of why they don't collapse even after forceful expiration? Inspiration reserve volume, tidal volume, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume. Okay, Saksham has answered. It is residual volume. Okay. What about others? Fast. D option. Okay. Others? D option. Okay. Others? D option. Okay. Others? Okay. Let's see the answer. So option D is the correct answer. Okay. So option D is the correct answer for this question. So it is because of the residual volume. Okay. Did you revise phytohormones yesterday? Did you revise all the phytohormones yesterday? Very good. Yes, ma'am. What about others? Only Saksham has revised, it seems. What about others? No one revised. Okay, you revised. Okay, good. Today, you go and revise this breathing and exchange of gases. Okay. So, you go and revise the breathing and exchange of gases. See, memorize that lung capacity. From today's question only, you should have understood that possibilities are there for many questions from that part. So, you just memorize the formulas, memorize the values. Okay? Yes, you should. Any doubts? Any doubts from today's class? Okay, no doubts. Fine. Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much. No doubts. Okay, if any doubts there, just let me know. We'll discuss. Okay, fine. So, thank you for patient listening. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.